Hello friends, in unit 3 up till now we have discussed the different types of commercial correspondence, and we also talked about how you can make your commercial correspondence effective. We talked about the 4 C's and then we took them up one by one in detail: correctness and conciseness. So this basically is the short of KISS. I hope you remember, keep it short and simple. So conciseness or brevity is basically keep it short, and clarity is keep it simple. So the third C is clarity, and we have discussed clarity also. We also talked about courtesy, and we also discussed some of the tips how to be more courteous whenever you are sending across a commercial correspondence. Now today we are going to discuss creating an email account and using an email account. Now why am I covering this particular topic? You would recall and you would probably notice that this is not part of the syllabus, but still we are covering it. The reason is very simple. Nowadays, generally the correspondence that you indulge in, you don't correspond over letters. You don't send across correspondence through post. You generally make use of emails within the organization also and outside the organization also. So it may so happen that if I have to talk to somebody and I am Kashipur to request an appointment for my students for a study tour, I don't need to write a letter straight away to them. I can simply send an email. Email would be faster. I have confirmation. I also have confirmation that the email is received, that the email has been received. So in that sense, it is a more secure option also. And more importantly, emails allow you to communicate faster. So naturally, in today's world, the letters have been replaced by mails, or you can say the hard version. The paper version has been replaced by the soft version. So if you have to correspond to your teachers, or let's say if you are corresponding with your suppliers or customers, you can simply send across emails. If you are corresponding with a regulatory agency and they want some information from you, they would simply send you an email asking for the information and you would respond on the email only. Again, if you have to interact with the customer, or maybe if you have to send across your financial statement to the banks, you can do that on an email. Fine. And that is why it's very, very important for students doing their BBA. They should know about how to make use of emails. The task for you now is, don't just go through today's session. Try and apply it in real life. If you do not already have an email account, create an email account. We'll be discussing the process and start using it. Many a times when you would be applying for jobs also, in the CV you'll have to mention your email, and it may so happen that you may have to send across your CV on email only, and plus you would get a response from the recruiter on email only. So you should know how to make use of emails, and that is why I have deliberately included this topic in unit 3. Right? Now, how do you create an email account? Now, there are so many companies which provide you this service for free. It's not as if it is for free. Basically, they are collecting your data also. So in that sense, you are paying some price. But otherwise, you don't have to pay any money. So in that sense, it is free. So you can go to these kind of websites and create your email account. So what I've done is, I have created an email account on Gmail. Right? So if you look here, now this is my email account. Fine. And how do you create it? You have to go to Gmail, or you can type how to create a new account in Gmail. When you type this in the search bar, and you can do it on your mobile also, you would be probably directed to Gmail or some other websites offering these kind of services, free mail services, right? So once you are there, you have to sign up. Now what do we mean by sign up? Please understand there are two terms, sign up and sign in. Sign up means you are creating your account for the first time, and sign in means you are logging into that account to send the mails or to read the mails that you have received. So you have to do sign up only once, that is right in the beginning. So remember the difference between sign up and sign in. Right in the beginning, when you are creating an email account, you have to sign up. Sign up means you are basically applying for the email account and they would give you an email account. Once you have the email account and you have the password, you can sign in as and when you want. You can read the mails that you have received and you can send across mails. So you can do all those things there. Fine. So sign up would be used only once, while sign in would be used as and when you are accessing your email account to read the mails or to send those mails. Fine. So first thing that you'll have to do is signing up. So you go there and you will sign up. And when you sign up, an account would be created for you. Now have a look at this particular screenshot that I've basically taken while I was using my own email account. Have a look at this. Now this is my email ID. Email identity. ID is short for identity. Now my email identity is gauravkc@gmail.com. We can also say that it is my email address. So rather than giving somebody my postal address, so and so, student of this and this college and this particular state, I can simply send him my email ID and he can correspond with me on this email ID, right? So this is the email ID that I have. If you want to send me a mail, you can send me a mail on this particular email ID, gauravkc@gmail.com. And if I send across a mail to somebody, he'll get to understand that the mail has been sent from this email ID. Now this is my password. Why is a password required? So that nobody else can log into my account and start sending mails or start reading my mails. So I've got a password. So you will have to create your email ID and you will be given a password. You will have to suggest your own password right in the beginning when you sign up. Once you have signed up, this is how you sign in. This is how you start using the email account. So you'll have to use your email ID and then you'll have to type in key in your password. The password has been shown with dots so that nobody else can read it. However, if I check this box, this one, the password would also be shown, right? So then I can see the password. For example, my password is ABC149. Now this has been shown in form of dots so that nobody else can access this, nobody else can see this. Somebody sitting beside me cannot see this. That is the whole idea. But if I check this box, show password, then the password would be shown, ABC123, right? And once I've done this, I have typed in my password. What I'll do is I'll have to log in. So now I'm logging in. Logging in is same as signing in. And this is the process once you have created your email account. So the first thing that you have to do is you have to create your email account. Once you have done this, then you start signing in. Once you sign in, now you get to your inbox. Fine. Now what I've done is I've drafted an email here. How have I done this? I've gone to this particular box and I've clicked here compose mail. Compose means I'm writing a new mail. And then this particular page is opened. I've already drafted this mail. This is just to show you, just for illustration purpose. So I've already drafted this mail and I've taken a screenshot. Fine. Now have a look. Around this is a receiver's email ID. Whom am I sending this email for? So I have to have this person's email ID. So I'm basically sending it to Care Insurance. This is a company whom I'm sending my email to, and so this is the receiver's email ID. Now the mail, whatever I write here, would get sent to this particular email ID, and whosoever is using this email ID will be able to read that mail. Then this is the subject line. Just like you have a subject when you are writing a letter, just like that in an email also you've got a subject line. So I have written in my subject line inquiry policy number so and so. So basically the receiver would understand that I want to know something about this particular policy number, right? Now these lines over here, they are the content. This portion, dear sir, to attach is my Aadhaar card. This is the content. This is the body of the email, right? I have used salutation dear sir and I have mentioned whatever I want to. This is the basic content of the mail. This is the basic message that I want to communicate. And then there are attachments. see whatever written here is attached is my Aadhaar card. So I may want to send some documents, and if I want to send some documents, I cannot type everything here. So I want to send a photograph, for example. So what will I do? I will send it as attachment. Now this is the way to send an attachment. You have to click here, and then you have to attach a file from your computer if you are using a computer, or from your mobile phone, right? And that file would get attached. Now apart from this mail, this attachment is also going to be received by the receiver. This Aadhaar attachment would also be sent across to the receiver. And now this is the sender's contact details. So as the sender of the information, yes, my email ID I don't need to mention, because the other person will get an idea, will automatically get to know the email ID from which he has received a particular message. But however, if I want to send across my other details, for example my address or my phone number, then I can mention it here. So these are the details of the sender. Is that fine? So this is how you have to draft an email. Now once you have drafted the email and you have read it, now please understand that once you have drafted the email and you have sent it, you cannot make any changes. The time limit for making any changes is just around 1 minute. After that you cannot make any changes. You can undo whatever you have done in 1 minute. If you don't do it, then whatever you have sent, that message would be received by the receiver. So once you click this button, you have got only 1 minute to undo that action. After 1 minute, you would not be able to undo that action. So whenever you are sending these kind of mails, do read it twice or thrice, so that there is absolutely no error in the content or in the subject line or in the receiver's email ID. For example, the receiver's email ID is customerfirst@careinsurance.com. If somehow by mistake I insert a dot between customer and first, then the mail would not get sent to the intended receiver, it would get sent to somebody else. So you have to be very, very sure and very, very careful when you are mentioning the receiver's email ID, right? Now how do you manage the emails? Now I have told you that once you have created an account, that is once you have signed up, and then you are using that account, which means signing in. So this is how you have to manage your emails. Once you have signed in, this is how your inbox would look like. This is how your screen would look like, and this is the inbox. Inbox means the mails that you received. So all the mails that you received would come here, and the ones which I have not read, they are shown in bold. Then start. You can star some messages, some important messages, right? The mails that you send, they are in this particular folder. So if you want to know which particular mail you sent last Saturday to a particular individual, you can go to this particular folder. Drafts are the mails that you have written, but you are yet to send them. So they are in the drafting stage only. You have not finalized them, in the sense that you have not sent them, right? Then you can also create various other categories as per your requirement. For example, I have created these categories: exams, external duties, FDP. So for example, if there is a communication which I have sent across to some other person regarding the exams, and I want to refer to this communication at a later point of time also, I would do what? I would put that particular mail in this particular folder. So I can straight away from this particular folder access that particular mail. Or for example, I have received a student grievance. So I'll do what? I'll simply put that particular mail in this particular folder. So whenever I want to look at all the grievances which have come to me, I can straight away go to this particular folder. So this is how you can also organize your mails using an email service. So the whole idea behind the session today was to give you a hands-on how to create an email account and how to use it on a regular basis and how to organize your email account. You should be able to, in the first place, you should have an email account, and you should be able to use it well, handle it well, manage it well, because now this is a very important requirement for you if you want to get into a good job, because whenever you want to send across a CV, you'll have to make use of emails only, right? So thank you very much for your time. In the forthcoming session, we'll start off with discussion on printed stationery. Thank you very much.